After more than 2 decades of public marriage, Kelly Ripa and Mark, the Consuelos, have brought up a family that has triumphed against adversity, earned the hearts of Americans, and accomplished great things. But Mark has just made a shocking family decision that has shocked the world and brought Kelly to tears in a relationship as strong as this one. What could possibly go wrong? Today, we'll show you a decision that could change your view of their family and their future by taking you inside the story, moment by moment. It looked like Kelly and Mark had a good life together. Their offspring, Michael, Jane, and Lola, all went their separate ways as adults. Kelly continued her work on Live with Kelly and Mark. As Mark balanced family life and television, it appeared like everything was falling into place. At first look, Mark pretended to be calm on the outside, but he was actually grappling with a decision that would soon be front and center. For what reason would Mark keep this decision from Kelly until the very end? Fans have adored Kelly and Mark's romance ever since they met on All My Children, A Lot in Sin City, and began a life jointly. It seemed like their story was the perfect one for a happily ever after. True love encompasses more than just joy, though, as Kelly would later admit. Mark's decision shook her to her very core. Yet the story is about standing firm when faced with unexpected facts. The question is, what kind of family decision could cause such irreparable harm to a marriage built on trust? It happened on a peaceful night at home. Seated across from Kelly, Mark clenched his fists and looked at her with an expressionless expression. He proceeded to tell her his decision using terms that stunned her. One that affected their whole family, not just him. What Kelly had to say. She broke down in sobs, unable to control her emotions. But before we tell you Mark's decision, let's look at what led up to this point in his life. Principles his parents taught him, his family history, and his educational accomplishments have always been sources of great pride for Mark. Labor, sacrifice, and being true to one's heritage are themes he often discusses. Mark, on the other hand, had just begun to give more serious consideration to his legacy, his wishes for his children's upbringing, and the impression he hoped to leave behind. He deliberated for a while before making a bold choice that Kelly couldn't believe. It was a moment of decision-making for all of their children simultaneously. Lola is breaking into the music industry, Michael is aiming for a career in acting, and Juan is building his career in athletics. In their fervor, their shortcomings, and their challenges, Mark saw a reflection of himself. For a moment, he wondered if he had failed as a parent. Was it not time for him to make a daring move, even if it meant surprising his wife? As a result, Mark made a decision for the family that would shake their house to its foundations. This was where it was. While talking to Kelly, Mark shared his intention to make a big change that could alter their family dynamic irrevocably. Their long-established family house was going to be sold, he had decided. The one filled with memories of birthdays, Christmas mornings, and the tears of goodbye when the kids left for college. To Kelly, it was more than just a home. Their story ended there. Because her heart had been shattered, she sobbed. Even while the property was important, Mark made it clear that it also connected them to the past. He wanted to simplify their lives, start afresh, and create a space where they could make new memories now that they were empty nesters. The kids are older now, Kel, he went on to say. Maybe we need to grow up a bit too. The tension between romanticism and realism made Kelly feel like her heart was being tugged in opposite directions. As Kelly wailed, Mark presented yet another twist. New homes that were smaller, less noisy, and out of sight had been on his mind. He hoped they could rediscover each other without the burdens of managing a vast estate or bringing up children. Still in awe, Kelly asked through tears, "Whatever happened to the memories, though?" Mark's reaction was firm yet tender. "The walls do not contain the memories, Kel. We capture them. Our offspring are afflicted. They are part of the world we've made for ourselves. Even if you move, they will still be there. It will make them grow." He told a story that Kelly wanted to believe. Still, it appeared as though she was shedding a soul as she left behind decades of affection in one place. Even the fans were taken aback when the story came to light. There was a deluge of shock, grief, and questions on social media. The following morning, viewers of Live with Kelly and Mark noticed a shift. During a poignant segment about home, Kelly's voice grew heavier. Her smile started to disappear, and she suddenly started to cry, unable to hide the burden of what she and Mark were experiencing. A multitude of admirers rushed to her side, showering her with love and support. Nonetheless, many persisted in doubting Mark's decision-making abilities. For many in the entertainment industry, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos represent the epitome of a Hollywood couple, devoted, resilient, and full of love. Their relationship, as seen in heartfelt interviews and on their talk show, Live with Kelly and Mark, has inspired millions. Many look up to them because of their infectious laughter, strong friendship, and dedication to their family. But shocking news broke not long ago, leaving Kelly in tears and her fans bewildered. Mark Consuelos reportedly made a surprising family decision that has shaken up their carefully controlled lifestyle. For Kelly, this has been an incredibly difficult, distressing, and stressful time. An open and honest account of a love story. Kelly and Mark began dating in the 90s while they were co-workers on All My Children. From what started as on-screen chemistry, a love story and real life blossomed quickly. They surprised everyone, including their closest friends, with their 1996 secretive wedding. Their relationship has been a rare example of Hollywood love that lasts. Ever since, they raised their 3 children, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin, while enduring demanding careers and the constant attention of celebrity. Their admirers saw them as an unstoppable duo that gracefully dealt with every challenge that came their way. An unexpected reveal. Nobody saw the most recent turn of events in their story coming. Mark allegedly made a decision that will determine the family's fate. According to those in the know, insiders say that, in order to focus on highly personal matters, the decision involves letting go of certain responsibilities, but details are still being kept under wraps. Kelly, whose career has revolved around finding a balance between her personal and public life, has been emotionally upended by this decision. Reportedly, she broke down in tears as she thought about the consequences and how they could affect their children, their home, and even their joint career pursuits. Why fan reaction is startled. What makes this revelation so unexpected is how close Kelly and Mark appear to be because of their candid Instagram posts and joint staging of events. Many thought they always decided things together. Many were taken aback by Mark's bold decision, even though it was driven by love and responsibility. Some fans have speculated that it could be a move, a vacation from work, or even more serious, unspoken family matters. Whatever the case, the decision has altered the planned trajectory for the Ripa Consuelos family. How Kelly feels emotionally. Those closest to Kelly have said that she has been severely affected. The abruptness of the decision left her feeling helpless, even though she stood with her spouse. She has shown vulnerability off-screen despite her fame, composure, and comedy on-screen. Kelly's devotion to her loved ones is undeniable. She talks about her kids being her biggest joy and Mark being her rock quite a bit. Because this change made her cry, we can only imagine the scope of what goes on behind closed doors. From the kids' perspective, Michael, Lola, and Joaquin may also find the shift in family dynamics unsettling. They grew up in a home where sharing a good laugh and a hug was normal, but as in any family, sudden changes can be challenging to adapt to. Reportedly, the children are providing emotional support to their parents while also learning to manage their own emotions. This just goes to show that famous people's families have it rough for everyone else. It may be difficult and emotionally draining for everyone involved to make decisions regarding one's future, whether such decisions include one's lifestyle, career, or location. As soon as word got out about his surprising decision, fans rallied around Kelly and Mark. Family first, always the right choice, and stay strong, Kelly, were among the many encouraging messages shared on social media. Notable people also shared their condolences and thoughts. Many have spoken out about how much they feel for Kelly as she adapts to the change, and many have also praised Mark for prioritizing his family. An experiment in love and strength. This new obstacle is putting Kelly and Mark's relationship to the test for the second time after they've been dating for almost 30 years. Despite its sentimentality, it highlights their most treasured possession, family. Kelly's strength and the sorrow she is experiencing are both real. There are countless demands on her as a mother, wife, and media personality. If past experiences are any indication, she will have the will to welcome this new chapter, no matter how difficult it may seem at the moment. A universal message. The reason why this story resonates with a wide audience is because it is relatable to everyone. Regardless of fame or fortune, every family goes through periods when unexpected decisions change the course of history. Tears, disagreements, or sadness may accompany those decisions on occasion. However, in the long run, they often pave the way for growth, healing, and stronger familial bonds. A reflection of affection. Kelly's collapse seems like a show of weakness. It shows how much she cares about her family and her dedication to following in their footsteps. Final thoughts. A reminder that even the strongest people have weak spots is Kelly Ripa's emotional performance. Mark Consuelos' surprising family decision may have surprised many, but it sends a powerful message.